Hello, guys, welcome back. And today we will be looking at triggers and actions in Copilot Studio. And we will be looking how to automate incoming sales emails. So let's just jump into the what into this. So what are triggers? Triggers are first and foremost only available in generative orchestration. And triggers will be event based. So when something happens outside of the agent, a specified event, then the agent will be triggered, and some kind of as you will see in the next slide, some kind of prompt will be sent to the agent, and the agent will process this further. So how triggers work? First and foremost, something has to happen outside. So you do have these triggers, which are basically power automate actions. And as you can see here, you have when an email arrives, when a task is completed in Planner, and when an item is created in a SharePoint list. And the best one for me, which I really like, is the recurrence one. So if you can, let's say I want a summary of my email every day, like I could ask Copilot, but I would also like to get Copilot sending it to me every evening. This is, or every week, this is what you have in your mailbox, this is how it's looking, you have to go and do this. So this external event gets sent, picked up by Copilot, by Power Automate, I'm sorry. And when Power Automate picks this, it sends a prompt to the specified Copilot for processing. So an email arrives, picked up in this connector, and then the content of the email is sent to the Copilot for processing. So you can also send attachments, which is really good if you get a lot of, for example, invoices that come through with your emails. So then our sales agent, which we worked on in the last video, will get will get the prompt. So in our case, we will get an email which is a sales lead, and then this email will be processed by the pro- this, the prompt will be sent to the sales agent from the trigger, and the sales agent will finally add it to our SharePoint list. And when this SharePoint list is added, there is a bonus that I will show you at the end. So let's just jump into this and go to Copilot Studio. So here I'm in my sales support agent from the last video, basically a retrieval agent. So this agent just answers questions when users have questions about these SharePoint sales documents. So what we're going to do now is we will navigate to triggers and add a trigger. Once you add this trigger, you will get a lot of different triggers. You will see the featured ones, you will see all in library. So for me, I'm lucky because I have when a new email arrives here. This will be my personal email just for this demo. But if this was, let's say, a shared mailbox, you could also search when an email arrives, and then it will say shared mailbox here. So let me take this and just continue. While this is loading, you will see when this comes up. Basically, it's just a Power Automate flow in the backend that does this triggering. So when the trigger is done, you will see these green check marks. That means you're good. So you will be connecting to Office 365 Outlook and Microsoft Copilot Studio. Next. And now, which folder do I want to track? I will choose my inbox folder. I don't want to choose the junk, of course. And I will say it's sent to me. And you could choose a lot of people here, and also you could choose to have attachments. Yes, no, I don't need now. We will do a later video on invoices. And let's see, a lead, sales lead, to just make this easy. And as you can see here, additional instruction to the agent when invoked by this trigger. I don't need any additional instruction, but if you would have had the attachments and everything, you could have written attachments and other things in here. But I will create the trigger. We can also change the trigger once it's created. So don't worry when you do something wrong in here. So my trigger is created, and as you can see here, when a new email arrives, I can press on this trigger and it will take me to Power Automate. And here you will see the action, which is the automated when a new email arrives, like the old Power Automate automated trigger. So this is when a new email arrives. You can see here sales lead, and it sends it to my Copilot sales support agent. Looks good. Publish just to be sure. And once this is in place, I will I will have to change the instructions. So let me show you something here. So in the instructions, we do have to tell the agent what to do with the information from the trigger. Before doing that, let's jump over to tools. In tools, we will create the tools that will fill out the SharePoint list and the bonus at the end, which I will quickly show you. So here we have the different connector actions. Connector actions are basically, again, Power Automate actions that will be done by the agent. So they are tools for the agent. So these are the tasks the agent can do for you. So I want to create item. It will create an item in a SharePoint list. And this is quite interesting because add and configure, because here you do have a lot of variables which you can decide to customly fill out, or you can let the agent fill out for you. And what I do recommend sometimes here is that you fill out the ones that you really need to fill out, and the rest will be dependent on how good you are on in prompt engineering. So this is non-negotiable. We do have to choose. So I have Power Platform testing and a list name. I don't want it to just choose a list, so I will have my sales. Let's see, sales list. So my, yeah, back to the sales list here, and items. Let's see, the list name is sales lead list, and the rest will be filled out. I don't need to. I could have added them here, like add input and choose customer name and the rest, but I won't do it because I will trust my agent to understand my prompt engineering or my instructions to be able to fill this out. So first things first, I will change the name and call it, let's see here, I already saved it somewhere. I will call it create an item in a in sales SharePoint list. Sales, oh come on, in SharePoint list. The description is quite important because the agent will pick this tool based on the description that you have here. So let me get my description and I will walk you through it. So as you can see here, my description is use this tool whenever you receive a sales related email that contains customer lead information. The tool will create a new entry in the sales leads SharePoint list, and then the agent should extract the following documents and give it to the SharePoint list. So that's it. I will hit save, and once it's saved, we will go and test the trigger and the tool. So now, since the agent is not just a retrieval agent anymore, we do have to add some instructions to, what do I say, to control the chain of actions for the agent. So let me add this, and I will explain why I added this there. So when a new sales related email arrives, extract the relevant details and fill out the, and let's see here. So as you can see, I've told it to do this. And the good thing here, so when I say fill out sales lead SharePoint list using the tool, I can just do this. And I do have the tool here with the following mapping. So the agent will know to call this tool and extract the title, which is the company in this case, and the name, customer name, and add this to the agent. So let's test this. Save. I will now send an email to myself, system administrator, and the subject will be sales lead. And I will just add some random company and send this to myself. So once this is sent, the agent will be triggered, and the agent will process the information and add it to my SharePoint list. So let's go and look at this. So this is my flow. Let's go to my SharePoint list. Oh, I see I already got this. And let's take a look at my agent. And once you have the first run, you will see that in here you can test the agent, and you will see your last run. And this was a minute ago. So let's do the testing in here so that I can show you what happens in the background. So as you can see here, you have the activity map and the trigger is started. And as you can see, create an item in a SharePoint list. Here is the budget, here is the customer name, location Oslo, phone number, and it's asking me to create the item in Share. To create the item, I have to authenticate, and this is when you're creating enterprise solutions. You could maybe use service principals or service accounts, but in this case, I have done that, and you will see my. So now let's see. The agent will connect and create the list for me. So as you can see here, the sales leads details have been successfully extracted and added to the sales lead SharePoint list. And I do get the details here. So while that is generating, let's do the bonus. So here we will add an adaptive card, which will be sent to the person who is getting this email. So if it was the shared mailbox or it's a team, then the team would get this email. So we'll get this adaptive card. So let's go to Teams and let's look for here. Post the card. Not It's not an adaptive card, but it's just a usual card which will have the details, and this will happen automatically. So let's create this and add it to the agent. So add and configure. Let's see. Once again, we have the name of the adaptive card, not the adaptive card, but the card that will be sent in the channel. So I will just give it a name that makes meaning, and I will also give it some a good description so that the agent understands when to use this. So use this tool after creating the list in SharePoint. It's not an adaptive card. It posts a card in Microsoft Teams, and it should include the following. And here I can say post as who. I will choose the Flowbot. I don't need to post it as the user, and I will customly choose who it is. I will post it in a chat with the Flowbot and post card request. So that's good. We now have the adaptive card and not the adaptive card, sorry, but the card. I do love adaptive cards, huh? And then the create the item tool in for the SharePoint list and the trigger. What we have to do now is explain to the agent how to use this new tool. So I will do exactly the same thing I did for the other tool. I would tell it to, let me see here. Oh, come on. Yeah, there. And after successfully creating this, I need you to do this. And the same person who received the original email should get the card. So here and channel tool, yeah, using the there, and I will add the tool post. Oh, come on, add this tool. So let's quickly test it again. And when an email arrives, and test the trigger. And as you can see here, let's follow this. Now this is gonna be fun because the email comes in, the item is created, and my adaptive card should be posted in a second. Yeah, so now this is done. It's connected. Let's see. I do. Yes, I got the 852 new sales lead captured. And what I could do here is I could just more actions and add to Dynamics if I want to. But also another good thing you could have done here is you could use Dynamics itself. You could use the Salesforce MCP server, which we already have here. So let me show you what we have. Yeah, so in the tools, I could quickly show you the MCP servers we have available. As per now, we do have the Salesforce MCP server if you want to send this information to Salesforce. And if you want to send this information to, let's say, Dynamics, you also have Dynamics servers here, ERP. And this is good. And now we have done everything we should be doing today. So we've covered actions, we've covered the triggers, we've learned how to fill out lists, and also we've covered how to send a card in Teams. The next thing we will do is we will connect this agent to Fabric to get sales data from the Fabric data agent. So stay tuned, people.